Severe weather and torrential rain closed roads around mid-Missouri.
There's some high water out there and a flooding, not the only problem. Power outages are also wreaking havoc in mid-Missouri. And the latest on a deadly explosion in Texas. Also, thousands to gather to honor the victims of the Boston Marathon explosions.
Yes, we've seen torrential rain, and yes, we've seen severe weather over the last few days. However, chances of rain and chances for severity coming to an end. We'll talk about what's going on in your forecast. KOMU 8 News at noon starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at noon.
You may have seen it out there already today if you've been near rivers or tributaries. Severe weather and torrential rain overnight closed roads around mid-Missouri Thursday, including some in Boone County. MoDOT said it is monitoring the roadways and has already closed those prone to flooding. Good afternoon. I'm Angie Bailey. KOMU 8's Michelle Schulke's out on Route Z. The water's high out there. MoDOT crews closed Route E around 7:20 this morning.
I am standing currently in 2 inches of water, but if you look over here over my shoulder at the water gauge here, it is now up to the 2-foot mark. Early this morning when we arrived here at 8 a.m., that gauge was only at 1 foot. MoDOT crews monitor known flooding sites and wait till the water is just about to reach or spill over onto the road before closing it. Roads with flooding could be closed for several days as the water takes time to run downstream. MoDOT maintenance superintendent says the water level shouldn't be drivers' only concerns on the roads today.
The problem is not necessarily always the depth of the water. Sometimes it's the speed of the water coming across. And sometimes it's the fact that, water is very powerful as it runs across a highway, and anything could happen. The roadway could wash out. It could wash a void under it and the pavement collapse when a vehicle gets on it or anything like that.
MoDOT lists some precautions to take when flooding is in the area. First, be aware of the barriers. Do not go around them. Find a detour. Then, 6 inches of rain here. It can touch the bottom of most passenger cars. When you reach a foot out into the water, that will float most vehicles. And at 2 feet of moving, running water, that can carry most cars down the river. Reporting live in Boone County, Michelle Schulke, KOMU 8 News.
Lots of weather news to report. The majority of those